Glads, I'm playing my first pro tournament since starting this journey of becoming a pro player from zero. This is super exciting, and in the end of this video there's a really cool unboxing, so definitely stay tuned for that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Gladiators Tribe. My name is Grisha and you're watching Gladiators on Tour from zero to ATP player. And so far in this journey I've only played the lower level national tournaments in Spain to get my ranking high enough to be able to compete in the ITF Pro tournaments where I can get my ATP points. However, let's not forget about the other tours in the tennis world, and one of them of course has to be UTR. UTRs tend to be a lot better in terms of organization, in terms of conditions, and most importantly in terms of prize money, because the winner of the tournament gets at least 3,000 euros, and just for participating in the draw, even if you lose every single match, you get around 400 euros, which is not bad at all. And honestly, I feel like if it wasn't for the UTRs, there would be a lot more players ending their careers because they simply can't sustain themselves with the prize money that they win on the ITF tournament. So yes, thank you very much to everyone who is related to the organization of the UTRs for saving so many of us tennis players. The only very obvious downside of the UTRs is that you don't get the ATP or WTA points playing those tournaments, even though the level is really high, and that makes sense because it's just a different tour, different ranking. But the problem is that you can't get to the big tournaments like Grand Slams because there's just no UTR alternative to a Grand Slam. Or I should probably say right now there's no alternative to Grand Slam, but I guess we'll see where UTR will take us. But considering that the last time I played a professional tournament was back in April, this is a great opportunity for me to start getting into the flow of playing against higher ranked players and getting used to the higher level of pace. So yes, now let's get our stuff ready and head out to the tournament. Glads, it's 7:20 a.m. I woke up at 7 a.m. because I have a warm-up at 8:15 in the club, and yesterday I arrived from the Technifiber event at like 1 a.m. So yes, I didn't get enough sleep to play a proper match, but that's not gonna be a problem, right? I also realized that I'm like one of the most active ambassadors of the RF brand, which is kind of cool. But no, this is actually, yeah, that's Uniqlo. And considering that I just came from a Technifiber event, why not wear this to the match? I think it looks pretty cool. All right, there you go. Now that I have like 30 layers of clothes on me, I think we're ready to play the first turn match. I got into huge traffic on my way to the club, so all I had time for before my match was a short physical warm-up and like a 15 warm-up on court, but that seemed to do the job pretty well actually. It's actually absolutely freezing outside. It's like what seems like negative temperatures. It's obviously not, but it's also windy. It's a nasty weather. I'm sleepy, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So there we were, and although I wasn't stressed, I did feel a weird feeling of slight worriness because I wasn't really sure what to expect from my opponent, the match, or even from myself, simply because I lost the habit of competing at this level. My opponent was a lot better than me, at least on paper. However, I didn't feel like that was the case because I've played and won so many matches in a row. I had a rather interesting confidence straight from the beginning of the match, and that was kind of cool. As I said in one of my previous videos from this series, when I answered the question of whether playing lower level national tournaments was affecting my confidence in a bad way for the higher level tournaments in the future, it didn't. And considering that I'm currently leading 3-1 with the break, this match is actually a good proof of my words. And with this beautiful backhand winner, of which I've done quite a few in this match, we have a chance to get a 4-1 lead. Honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by the way the match was going and by my performance. It's not to say that I was ready to lose love and love, but I was definitely not expecting a 4-1 advantage right away. As we all know, however, in tennis, it's one thing to get a lead in the set and a whole different thing to take the set home. And considering that the guy was a very experienced player, he knew exactly what to do in these situations and was really not planning to give the set up. I managed to play very good on the game on my serve, serving very precisely and strong, and doing everything correctly, not risking when it's unnecessary and putting the right pressure when needed. I wasn't scared of going for the finishing shots, and my backhands were totally carrying me. And thanks to all that, we were 5-2 up and returning. By the way, keep in mind that because of the Technifiber event, I haven't practiced for the 2 previous days, and even like that, I was feeling pretty much all of the shots. Even my net game was fine. However, that still didn't help, and thanks to him playing more consistently and me being stupid in crucial shots, he managed to recover and bring the score to a 5-5. I pulled myself together and focused on serving well and managed to get the 6-5 lead rather easily, and it was time to close the set. On the changeover, however, Veronica, who is the main supervisor of the UTRs, told the referee that he has to suspend the match at an even score. The reason for that was the failure of the scoring system, which bagged out, but when I heard match suspended, my first thought was that it was a match fixing suspicion. There have been quite a few cases of match fixing at the UTRs, and the system has become very strict, so when I heard match suspended, that was literally my first thought. Play was suspended for now. We gotta wait for the system to get rebooted and repaired. But yeah, it's 6-6 right now, going into the tiebreak. We're getting ready to play the tiebreak, but before we get to the decider, let me remind you, Glads, of the best place to get absolutely anything tennis related. The links to Tennis Warehouse and Tennis Warehouse Europe are going to be down in the description below, together with our exclusive discount code that will save you some cash, and it also really helps the channel. So if you wanna get this sexy RF tennis bag or a racket or some shoes or t-shirt, I don't know, anything tennis, that's where you should go first. But now, with that reminded, let's get back to the tiebreak. And once again, my backhand is absolutely carrying me in the tiebreak. And I think I'll actually shut up for a minute and let you watch the tiebreak in silence. Okay, it wasn't too long, but with that we get into the second set, which I might have lost 6-love. Yes, I know, this second set was definitely a flop, and that's exactly why I didn't include almost any highlights from the set into this video. But that does not mean that we have to give up, and that definitely doesn't mean that I won't remind you, Glads, that if you're enjoying this video, feel absolutely free to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to not miss any of the future videos. And if you're really liking it, but only if you're actually liking it, hit that like button. But if you're not liking it, stop watching. I'm just kidding. But yes, actually, Glads, like 80% of the people watching this video right now are not subscribed to Gladiator's tribe, which, like, why? But yeah, now onto the third deciding set. I thought, alright, I lost that second set because I most certainly played being a bit scared to miss and was letting him take way too much advantage in every point. So I said to myself, I will fight and try my best not to miss, but I won't stop playing my tennis. And even if I do see that the loss is unavoidable, I would do it in a sexy way, but definitely not in a pussy way. This mentality really didn't get me too far because we are once again 3-love down, and that was already 9 lost games in a row. What? However, as you can see, I got a bit lucky and managed to take the first game in the set, and that gave me a bit of a mental boost, which definitely served me very well in the future. We're 40 all, and Glads, I just want you to keep track of just how well my backhand is working right now. Keep that in mind for the end of the match. And with this beautiful backhand winner, we take another game, and this time it's a break. It's 3 all now, and this, what you're about to see, is probably the longest game in the entire match and possibly the most important one. We both had several game and break points and went through like 8 deuces. Whoever won this game was gonna get a massive advantage, not in a score way, but rather a mental one. For some freaking reason though, my backhand just seemed to have turned off. That's why I wanted you guys to check out my backhands before, because then you can better understand just how I felt when I realized that all of a sudden not a single one of them was going in. And with like 3 unforced backhand errors, we're 3-4 down, and we gotta figure this out. But after this stupid approach and a 5-3, it was starting to look pretty bad. And just like that, with yet another backhand unforced error, he takes the win from me in the first match of the UTR. So there you have it, Glads. Definitely a very tough loss in a 3-setter, but considering that this is my first professional match after not competing at this level for almost a year, I think that's a pretty good performance. Let me know if you think so down in the comments below, or if you think that I did a terrible job. But forget the loss, because when I arrived home, something really exciting was waiting for me at the door. I just received a very important package that I was waiting for a very long time, and it's currently in my bag right now. So let's unpack it and see what's inside. This is the package that I've been waiting for a very, very long time. These are the prototypes of the soon coming collection of Gladiators tribe wear, and this is a cap and a t-shirt, and I'm super excited to open it. But yeah, let's see what's inside. Wasn't the most satisfying unboxing experience, but guys, check this out. Woo! The Gladiators logo right here. It's just like all in one color. I think that it just looks sleek. Let's see how the sizing is. Boom! Wow! What do you guys think? Huh? Not bad, eh? Oh, and the fit is actually so nice. Like it's tight and solid. I like it. I'm happy with it. It also has like this regulation thing out of metal, which is actually really nice. And yeah, guys, just like this. Let's see the shirt. This is actually the design that you guys picked out in one of the votes. And this is the tennis player Gladiator design, which I think is looking really cool. And on this shirt, it looks really, really, really nice. I'm really liking it. Let's try it on, I guess. There you go, Glads. Here's the shirt. Guess it needs some ironing, but it's not bad at all. Yeah, guys, there you go. Let me know what you think about these down in the comments below. And yeah, I'm planning to launch these as soon as possible. Let me know if you'd like to purchase either the cap or the shirt or both. And yeah, actually, while we're at it, I think I got a pretty big package from Wilson Tennis all the way from the US. So let's open that right now as well, right? Massive package from Wilson Tennis. It doesn't even fit in here. My bad. Opa. Okay, all right. Boom.
The knife helped a lot. Okay. 2 Wilson caps, fully black, looking nice. But I mean, now since I have the Gladiators cap, I don't know how much I'm gonna be wearing these, but still, they look really, really nice. A JBL speaker. Maybe it's just because it's the same color as the new Clash. But yeah, there it is. A fancy looking can of balls. Woo! Damn. Ooh. I like this sort of engraving is this of like Clash that's kind of like 3D and inserted inside. That's really nice. Okay, let me open this first. Is this another? Okay, the string, it seems to be different. Oh, it's just the V300. It's not the V300 Pro, which means that it's lighter. It's 295 grams. And it's also a 16 by 19 and not a 16 by 20. Wilson Tennis, thank you very much for all these awesome goodies and gifts. I really appreciate it. And I love the fact that you included 2 of each of the tennis caps and of these rackets. I'm very excited to try these out and try these on. And yeah, we'll see how they perform in the upcoming reviews. But right now, let's get back to the UTRs.
So there you go, Glads, and I really want to know your opinion on the cap and on the t-shirt. And by the way, the print of the t-shirt is going to be slightly different. We've dialed it in a little bit, and that's how it's going to look in the end. And I think that it looks absolutely awesome, but I really want to know your opinion. And yeah, now that the quality of the t-shirt and of the cap is where I want it to be, I'm ready to launch production as soon as I get this last prototype with the new print. But for now, this was Gladiators on tour from 0 to ATP player. My name is Grisha, and I will see you, Glads, in the next one. Bye-bye.